Are you anxious about flying? You're not alone, and it's time to set the record straight about the so-called learned fear of flying and the myths surrounding the safest seats on an airplane. While high-profile airline accidents can create a perception that air travel is becoming increasingly perilous, the reality is that flying remains one of the safest ways to travel. However, many individuals still struggle with the fear of flying, which can overshadow the joy of travel. Interestingly, some passengers find comfort in napping or enjoying in-flight entertainment, while others are paralyzed by fear, often avoiding flights altogether. Among the various phobias that people face, aerophobia, an intense fear of flying, is quite common. This anxiety can lead to a barrage of questions. Do pilots themselves ever feel fear? Is it possible to conquer the fear of flying? Are plane crashes more frequent now than in the past? Or is it merely a perception fueled by media coverage? And just how crucial are those safety briefings at the start of a flight? To shed light on these pressing concerns, we turn to Perico Durán, an experienced airline pilot and flight safety expert. With over 25 years of flying as a captain of an Airbus A320, Perico dedicates a significant portion of his time to assisting individuals who grapple with their fear of flying. He shares valuable insights through his Instagram account and his online academy based in Spain, where he educates people about aviation and helps them build confidence to overcome their anxieties. Perico's journey into helping others began when he started receiving numerous messages from individuals who felt paralyzed by their fear of flying. They shared their stories of anxiety and panic attacks, expressing a strong desire to travel but feeling trapped by their fears. Recognizing that many lacked a reliable source of support, he decided to take action. So, is flying truly safe? According to Perico, the answer is a resounding yes. In fact, aviation is the safest industry globally. Every aspect of air travel, from aircraft design to the protocols pilots follow, is meticulously planned and reviewed. The perception of danger often overshadows the reality of safety. When it comes to the fear of flying, it's essential to understand that this fear is not rooted in actual danger, but rather in our perception of it. Perico prefers not to label this fear as irrational, as doing so can invalidate the feelings of those who experience it. Instead, he describes it as a learned fear, one that can be unlearned with the right approach. To help others, Perico began creating educational videos on social media, explaining the mechanics of flight, the nature of turbulence, and the extensive preparations that pilots undertake before each journey. His goal was to demystify the complexities of flying, and gradually, he built a supportive community focused on overcoming the fear of flying. Can this fear truly be conquered? Absolutely. Perico has countless success stories from individuals who've reached out to him, sharing their triumphs after years of avoiding air travel. Some have flown again, feeling a sense of enjoyment, while others have faced their fears with anxiety but also with pride. There isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, but with the right knowledge, tools, and support, it is possible to regain a sense of calm and freedom. As for the question of whether plane crashes are more common now than in the past, the answer is no. In fact, the number of incidents has significantly decreased. The rapid spread of information through social media and news outlets can create a false impression of increased danger, but the truth is that aviation safety has never been better. When it comes to gender differences in fear of flying, both men and women experience this anxiety, but women often express their fears more openly and seek help sooner. Men, on the other hand, may be less likely to admit their fears due to societal expectations. What about children? How can we help them if they are afraid to fly? Perico emphasizes that our own demeanor as adults plays a crucial role. If we remain calm and composed, children are likely to feel more secure. It's important to normalize flying, explain what to expect in simple terms, and create a positive atmosphere around the experience. Often, a child's fear can mirror that of their parents. Do pilots experience fear? Yes, they do, and that's a natural and necessary emotion. A pilot who never feels fear could be reckless. Instead, it's the understanding and management of fear that keeps pilots vigilant and responsible. Years of training, extensive flight hours, and teamwork help transform fear into a constructive force that enhances safety. Safety instructions at the beginning of a flight are crucial, regardless of how many times you've flown. Each aircraft has its unique features, and knowing how to respond in an emergency can be life-saving. Now, let's address a common myth. Are some seats on a plane safer than others? The answer is no. All seats are designed to meet the same safety standards, and the aircraft is built to protect all passengers regardless of their location. Focusing on seat selection based on safety can inadvertently reinforce the fear that something might go wrong, which is not a healthy mindset. Instead, choose a seat that makes you feel comfortable, whether that's an aisle seat for easy access, a window seat for a view, or a spot near the wing for less turbulence. But remember, all seats are equally safe. What are the most critical moments during a flight? Takeoff and landing require heightened attention from the crew, not because they are inherently dangerous, but because they're the most dynamic phases of flight. Every detail is meticulously planned, and strict procedures are followed. Pilots undergo rigorous training and testing in simulators every 6 months to prepare for emergencies, practicing responses to various scenarios, from technical failures to adverse weather conditions. They are not permitted to fly unless they are fully prepared. If a passenger experiences an anxiety attack during a flight, the cabin crew is trained to handle such situations. They know how to provide support and can quickly implement protocols to seek medical or psychological assistance from other passengers if necessary. Panic attacks are common, and the key is to remember that help is available and you are not alone. So, what do you think? Do you agree with Perico's insights on the fear of flying? Have you ever faced this fear yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments below.